All right, friends, so today we're kicking off our first video of a week in the life of a full-time DJ. I'm gonna take you guys along for every single event that I've got this week, and I have five events. Tonight is a 2-night event. It's a corporate event that we do every year. There's 2 parts to it. It's an awards banquet for our local paper here in Northwest Arkansas. It's called the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, and this is for the River Valley in Fort Smith. So tonight, I'm providing all of the DJ stuff pre-dinner, and then they've got this killer after party that they built this lounge for, and that we're providing the audio for, the lighting for, and then I'm gonna do my DJ set for a couple of hours and just see how much we can get them dancing. There's a bar, it's super fun. But we've also got 2 photo booths that we're bringing along. We're bringing our salsa booth from Photo Booth Supply Company and our guac and chips from Photo Booth Supply Company, and you guys are going to see all those setups. And right now I'm kicking it in our offices, which I'll show you guys a tour one of these days that we're moving around. So anyway, I wanted to get you guys in the know. Obviously this is a real DJ office, right? Like, here's our stuff, this is where we are. We got a couple of vans. You know, we talk about it all the time, is that being a professional DJ is not necessarily about making mixes online and pumping them out. It's going and promoting your company. It's going and doing events, actually doing events like weddings and corporate parties and birthday parties and those kinds of things. That's what it takes to become a professional DJ. And so we wanted to show you guys behind the scenes, like what that looks like, and just give you a taste of what Ozark Mix is. So we've got the transit van all set up for you. Here is what we're loading in. Toolbox, we've got all of our cases, everything's road cased up. I'm gonna run 2 setups tonight. It's gonna be really fun. We're running LD Maui P900s. I'm running a Rev 7 on the after party side. I'm running a Humpter setup and a Rain 1 on the pre-party side, because I have to have 2 setups, which is kind of crazy. So you'll see that kind of go down and just see what it looks like to do an event like this. So we're gonna get on the road, head to Fort Smith. We're about a 55-minute drive. I'm gonna hit Chick-fil-A prior to getting on the road, and we'll get down there and I'll show you guys setup. So y'all, here we go. I think the thing that I love about what we do is just the constant change of event. You know, like this weekend I'll do a bunch of weddings, but then this week I've got these corporate events where it's a completely different situation, you know. And when I first started and we were grinding, you know, I was taking anything. Like, I would do whatever. We started in COVID, and during COVID, and you know, we live in the South, so things opened up pretty quickly. We could, you know, we hung our hat on weddings at that point. Small weddings, we were going everywhere in Arkansas. We would do weddings wherever you could do a wedding, you know, people's backyards, beside their pool, beside their pond, you know, whatever. And that mentality has really just driven us to be able to grow and to build events that are different than other events that maybe, you know, we do all the time. So that's the thing that I love about what we're doing tonight. Brent and his team with the paper, they're always good to us, and I'm excited about it. I can't wait. But I'm gonna get some gas, and then it's time for Chick-fil-A. I get asked a lot about how we got started in this whole crazy business, and I spent almost 12 years of my life in banking as a profession, and market research and some public relations, and I actually even worked in nonprofit at a church and a Christian organization. And during COVID, I have a friend that her family owns a venue here in Northwest Arkansas, one of the biggest and best wedding venues here in our part of the country. And during COVID, she asked me if I would be up for, you know, working as a wedding DJ. We had been there for a party a couple of months prior, and she had joked, you know, you should start your own wedding DJ company. And I was like, that'll never happen, Brooke. And lo and behold, 2 months later, she calls with a situation that needed a DJ. She knew that I had a little bit of background in audio and was good with being up in front of people and with a mic. And she was like, hey, you should try this. And oh my gosh, I spent probably 14 hours on that wedding just the day of, and brought way too much equipment probably. And but we had the time of our life. I think I charged $200 for that wedding. And here we are now, we've got eight events this week and 7 DJ teams. And gosh, we're just super grateful. But I think it just goes to show you, like, when you grind in and you build a system, your business can grow. And we have seen that significantly over and over and over. We've made a lot of mistakes, and we've done a lot of things right, and we've done a lot of things wrong. But I think at the end of the day, we're just constantly trying to grow and build out this system that we know will be able to support the growing area that we live in. Here in Northwest Arkansas, people are projecting that this area alone will be the size of Austin, Texas in the next, say, 10 years. And we're about 10% of Austin, Texas right now. So I can only imagine what 10 times Austin, Texas would look like. But for us, what we're trying to do is build out systems to where we can support, that type of growth and be able to offer what we're doing now to clients as they continue to move here and have families and establish themselves and get married and, all the things. So, I'm just super grateful for what we're doing and where we've been able to be and grow. And I love the area that we live in. And, I can't see myself doing anything else. And, the DJ side is amazing, like all the gear, all the stuff, all the things that we do. But I think the biggest thing for me is just the people that we get to serve and the people that I meet. If you're around and you do this enough, you begin to just make friends with so many people, and especially with weddings. As I've been able to do this, I've performed personally almost 300 weddings in the last 2.5, 3 years. And you start thinking about that, and that's 600 people, like as couples that you meet and you grow with and you grow relationships with. And so, you start saying, golly, 600 friends, but I wouldn't trade it. I think that's what it really is it's relationships. It's what it's all about. And that's what business is anyway, right? It's just relationships and managing those and managing expectations and trying your best to over deliver and trying your best to problem solve. But what we're building here with Ozark Mix and Full-Time DJ, it's just, the success is not lost on me. And I'm grateful for it. So yeah, that's how we started. We just started with some humble beginnings, and as you'll see, some of those systems that we built early on have just kind of carried into what we're doing now. And hopefully tonight you'll get a chance to really see what it is that we do, and hopefully it'll inspire you as you're building your DJ business or service business or anything that you're doing. I hope that this will serve as just an inspiration that anything's possible. Golly, you can take a skill set that you have and that you want to develop. And I didn't know the first thing about being a wedding DJ 4 years ago, and here we are now. We do 200 plus events a year as wedding DJs and private event DJs. So it's crazy. Anything can happen. You just got to stick it out, grind it out, and do your best and adjust accordingly. So I think that's the biggest thing with like a lot of DJs that I talk to. It's like they just don't want to adjust, and I just feel like that's just dangerous. It's dangerous in your business. If you don't want to adjust to your customer and the need, like it's like you're walking on thin ice. It's just, I don't advise it. And for me, I like change a lot, and I get that. Some people don't. I love change, so I think that's what served me well. But my encouragement to DJs and business owners, especially in this wedding space that we're in, is the adjustment has to continue to happen, because the customer changes all the time and the trends change all the time. So I think that's what's helped us be successful, is just the change management and the risk management, and trying to be as innovative as possible. What's up, my dude?
What was a good name for you, brother?
It's Russ.
What are we doing today, Russ?
Yeah, can I just get a 4-count strip mill with a large half sweet, half unsweet tea? Gotta get that strip mill. It's the only way to go. Now, I gotta be honest with everybody. You guys are gonna see that I'm gonna do everything today. I'm gonna set up everything. I'm gonna talk to the clients. I'm gonna DJ. I'm gonna announce. I'm gonna do all that. But I want you to know that this isn't my business model. My business model is we have setup teams and tear down teams, and I have attendants that handle the setup and tear down of the photo booth. I'm really doing this because I want you guys to see behind the scenes. But as a business owner, I can't do this all the time and sustain the type of growth that we want to have as a company. And I certainly can't be taken every day to do all the setup stuff and all of that. As the owner, as the founder, I certainly want my team to know that I'm not above anybody. I can do this, and I need to know how to set this gear up. But ultimately, long term, what I would love is that we continue to have a set of people that learn these skills, that know these skills, that understand what it is to build this business, and then to go and build their own. That's my hope. Whether it's a DJ company or something else, that's the thing. And so for us to continue to try to scale Ozark Mix, which is what ultimately we want to do, is to just have a fleet of people to sustain the growth that we're doing, and then in other cities and all over the country is eventually some sort of franchise model, which I totally believe in. I think is possible. I'm gonna have to get out of the way of doing things day to day. But today I just want you to see what it looks like and how we built everything. So just know, those of you who are business entrepreneurs, you're like, Russ, how is this possible to scale if you're the only one doing it? And I want you to know we have a huge team that not a huge team, a team that handles a bulk of this type of responsibility. Although today you'll see me slinging gear around, but we're almost to the venue, and I love downtown Fort Smith. It's super fun. We're at a fairgrounds expo center tonight. It's called K. Rogers Expo Center, and we were here last year, and the event went off so well. It was really, really cool. Brent and I have talked about this event a couple of times, and last year there were some things that we would have changed about it that we're going to employ today. One being, we're going to move the DJ stuff a little closer to the dance floor. We were kind of away from it last year. This was our first time in this venue, so we didn't really know what we didn't know, and now we do. But man, we're almost there. We're going to get in. I'm going to say hello to everybody, and then I'll show you guys, kind of our setup and what we'll be doing for tonight's Best of the River Valley. So here we go. We'll cross the Arkansas River, go Hogs, and we're headed to the Expo Center. Yeah, so here we are, K. Rogers Expo Center. I'm gonna open this door. We're gonna get in there, and we're gonna make something happen. Hopefully, we've got about an hour set up, I think. Then I just wanted to be able to run through a bunch of stuff. We've got prints and things like that for tonight's photo booth, and so I'll need some time to just spin there and make sure all that's right, and the lighting's right. It looks like for 2 nights, I think they've got about 450 to 500 people each night. So there's a lot that goes into this, and these guys work really hard to honor these businesses. Basically what this event is it's honoring businesses that have done well and have been voted on by their peers. So super exciting. I think we'll get to meet a lot of people and see some old faces and stuff. So I'm gonna open this door and just you guys can kind of see what's up. But you can see right here, we're headed into to the Expo Center now. So here we go, time to get to work. Let's go, y'all. We are now about 2 hours and a half after I got out of the van, and I didn't get to show you guys setup because it was really kind of crazy. I had to adjust a couple of things, but here I am in the space that we're gonna do our private party, and I wanted to show you guys around just the space. You got lounges, all these windows. Obviously it'll be dark when we're going, but we've got bar here at the K. Rogers Center, Expo Center. But you can see, you've got rentals sort of all around. This is what we do when it comes to corporate parties. This is very, very, very normal for us. I'm gonna turn this camera around and explain everything to you, but I wanted to get this wide shot as best as I could. So we're running tonight, for this party, we're running Maui P900s, designed by Porsche, from LD tonight. We love these speakers, they are amazing. I'm gonna throw up a couple of just markers to where you can see a more in-depth visual of these speakers, but they're around 3,000 watts a piece. The dance floor is big, so we need a lot of coverage. It's a room that's gonna make a lot of noise. I could probably obviously get away with a smaller setup, but I love these because they allow me to control a whole lot more. So it just, when there's quality audio and the punch is so tight, it just allows this room to be a lot more controlled, which is why we go with it like that, you know what I mean? We have, I'm running a Pro X stand with a Rev 7 DDJ, Pioneer Rev 7, obviously MacBook Pro. We're running both Titan tubes, and we've got 6 around. And then here's what's dope. I'm gonna back up so you guys can see this, but what's dope is these gravity stands that you can see right here by Gravity. They have 3 positions, one in the middle, one behind, and one to the side. And what that allows us to do is go to the side, which we can drop our Chauvet Wash FX at the top, and it be to the side of the speaker. So I'm gonna turn this around and you guys can see real quick. Actually, I don't need to turn it around. I'll just go vlog style. So you can kind of see that's what's behind me. See if I can position this camera. There we go. So you can see what's behind me there. Obviously, we've got a photo booth. Those are made by Photo Booth Supply, our salsa booths. And let me just say this, DJs. If you are in the DJ business and you don't have just like these add-ons, these accessory add-ons, you're missing out. We have 6 of these booths. They could range anywhere between a $300 add-on all the way up to $1,000, depending on how many days we're running them or what the event is for. They just add so much, and I have been so surprised at the additional revenue that this has created. I took a look a couple of weeks ago, and our revenue just from photo booths alone, add-ons, was $60,000 in 2022. You guys, that's a standalone business, okay? But it's an add-on, additional revenue. It allows me to have our setup teams. So my strategy is we're gonna offer these for a little bit cheaper than some of our competition. And the reason why I do that is because this cost that I'm passing on to the customer allows me to then have a setup team come in and set up for us DJs. And basically the photo booth ends up paying for that. And so I'm gonna walk you guys into the main hall, show you around. So here we go. All right, y'all, so check this out. So this is where I'm gonna be set up for DJing the pre-party, and I'm gonna throw up some GoPro footage of this. But over here, we're running a Rain 1 with the Humpter Pro X. I think it's the B3 is what it's called. They come in black and white. And to be honest with you, we have a black one, and I did not ask the event team what the colors were, and we're kind of sticking out like a sore thumb. So if you have 2 colors, I highly recommend running corporate event black because it's mostly in black. It's my bad. I told Brent, I'm very sorry. Tomorrow I'm bringing the black one. But yeah, this is where it'll be. We've got, as you can see, it's a huge hall here. We have another photo booth set all the way to the very, very back. That's a print booth. It's a guac booth by Photo Booth Supply. Again, another incredible add-on because we can offer prints for these guys and put their logo to it. So I'm just going to be running my setup from here. The sound booth guys are right back here in the back, and we just run sort of a, you know, super easy setup. Obviously, I'll bring my MacBook Pro back over here when we get ready to start, but this is it. We've got staff coming here in the next hour, and we'll get set up for photo booth printing here in just a little bit, and you know, we'll get going. I think our lead time is 5:45. I'm about an hour and 15 minutes out, so I'm gonna go get dressed, hook the GoPro up, that way you guys can see all the footage. Here we go. So now dinner is starting, and typically at a corporate event like this, you have a very long break. So in my time, I'm literally just here. I got dinner given to me. Sometimes there's a green room, sometimes there's not. Most of the time there's not. As vendors or whatever, you just kind of pal up and see people that you've been working with for a long time. But anyway, I'll show you guys this room. So basically now I'm in this after party space. I'm kicking it here in the rentals that they've got for the space, and there'll be basically like a 2-hour program, and then after that program is over, then we've got this after party in here. I'll fire up all the lights, all the everything, and the second that they exit on their last one, there'll be a queued up video. Once that video goes off, then we're go time, and we've got our photo booth set up in here. It should be a party. I hope the GoPro footage will do us justice, and we'll see how it goes. So man, this has been a fun day. It's been a really, really long day, but I'm having a good time. Here we go, dinner time. So I'm using headphones from our guys over here at the sound booth. For some crazy reason, I have no idea where my in-ear monitors are. And man, that was a problem. I was stressed out, but my dudes had the old school. Yeah, we're going old school tonight. It's fun. These ladies over here. Say hi. Yeah, they're my friends. They brought me some food. Look, we eat really well around here. There we go. See, corporate parties, y'all. All right, so we are pre-dinner right now. I am spinning a set while everybody comes in. But this is what it looks like for corporate parties. You're just kind of like, tucked over in a corner. Sometimes you're up in front, but it's so cool. But your job in this regard is really just set a vibe. And so I'm just watching it. I'm in that 120 range right now, 120, go down to 103 sometimes, but that's it. It's time to go home, y'all. To be honest with you, wasn't my best outing. And that happens, it happens. We don't nail it every time. To be honest with you, I was probably trying to do too much today. My team did not get there until a little later, and then I was there, by myself pretty much setting up, and I just had a lot of things going on in my head. We pulled everything off just like classy, super classy, and you guys are seeing in that video, but I definitely, a couple things that I would do differently is I would definitely 100% have an extra hand or two with setup. We'd have been done super fast, and I could have troubleshooted anything that I had. We didn't have any problems. It's just, when you're so tired and you're so focused and you got a lot going on, it's just like you're not at your best. And so didn't feel at my best. Just a weird night. It's weird. Fort Smith is a different place than here. We're an hour south of where we normally play, where we're normally in our zone. It's a different demographic, and you always have to adjust to that. And I think we did a good job. I did a good job with that. We had a small crew. It's a weird layout. You're moving people into this VIP room and all that kind of stuff, and it just, there wasn't this mass amount of people, and when there's not a mass amount of people, you don't have a lot of dancing, and so it's difficult. It feels weird when there's a lot of people in there and people are moving around. It's so easy to get people going. The hard part is when there's, you know, 11 people on the floor because there's only 30 people in the room that is built for 600. It's difficult. So, to be honest with you, I'm a little disappointed in tonight, but we got one more tomorrow and we'll see what we can do. But that's it for this section of a week in the life of the full-time DJ, a professional DJ. I hope you're enjoying it, and we'll see you next time.